Ladies and gentlemen, Kusangpo and welcome to the BOB Bhutan Premier League qualifiers, and we have a massive encounter on our hands today. It is second versus third in the standings as SAMDRUPJONKHAR FC take on NAMLHA FC in what could very well be a decisive match in the race for promotion, as this is the last match for both teams, the last opportunity to earn points. Samujunker currently sit on 10 points and occupy second place right behind Thimphu FC, who are currently first, while NAMLHA FC are just behind them with 9 points in third. The stakes could not be clearer. A draw today will be enough for SAMDRUPJONKHAR to secure their place in the Bhutan Premier League. But for NAMLHA FC, only a victory will do if they want to leapfrog their opponents and claim the promotion spot for themselves. So it all comes down to this: one team looking to hold their ground and secure qualification, the other chasing a win that could send them straight into the Premier League. Everything is set for what promises to be a tense and exciting encounter. Kickoff moments away. It is nearing 5 p.m. here at Changamitang. Plenty of wind today. Beautiful weather for an exciting game of football, and here are the Warriors on the field today. It is Jambangirup at 31 on goal for NAMLHA. Samtin Norbu captaining the NAMLHA side at number 8 Damchu Ongdi. For Ugindoji 5 Kencho Topke, 7 Kinzangyelpo, number 9. Jimmy Tenzin 10, Ishwanchu 11, Kinlerapke 14, Pup Doji 17, and Punso Jimmy. Number 18, we are not seeing John Miles Flynn, the American, in the starting lineup for NAMLHA. While for Samujunker, we have Doji Kelson on goal, with number 1 Jimmy Kinlan, the captain, at number 41. Bimalhendup 6, Som Doji. Number 7, Bikash Monga, number 10. Then Gelson 16, Pemotong 22. String Norbu 24, String Gelson 27, Ugentinle 47, and Karma Punso 66. Both teams with their entire arsenal on display and their full lineups. And here are the referees for today. The senior most, the experienced veteran Virendra Rai is the main referee. Tanin Siring and Pasang will be assisting. And Pema Cheong will be the fourth official for today. Tense emotions will be flying. We are to expect a little bit of panic from both teams. It could be a full change in career for both teams, especially for SamdruPJONKHAR. Most of the players are new, and if they somehow make it through to the Premier League, the lifestyles will change. It will get them on the map. There is NAMLHA FC. We are seeing solid performances from them throughout the qualifiers. They turned the story of their campaign around and throughout the qualifiers. Brilliant football. They have solid defenders, solid strikers. Brilliant partnership in the back between Bella and the big guy Jimmy Tenzin, number 10. Now, I do stand at a solid 5'9", 5'10", but stepping near them, they are clearly a head above us. That height definitely blessing NAMLHA FC with so many clearances, so many interceptions that most other players would not even dream of getting to. Well, SamdruPJONKHAR, on the other hand, they have solid players. They're number 7, the new Burnese Honda. Somdoji has gained popularity recently because Jordan Monger, number 10, a solid player in and of himself, carrying the creativity and vision up front, along with the positioning from the number 7 that you see on screen right now. Goals come from every angle for SamdruPJONKHAR. So it will be two battle-tested teams today, as there is the opening whistle. And we are set for a thrilling 90 minutes. Costly slip there by Jimmy Tenzin. Somdoji again the clear threat up front. Costly touch there from the big man, and it will be an early set piece for SamdruPJONKHAR. Samujunker, exceptional job at the penalty area so far. Yet to see something from the set piece. It is the captain. Jimmy Kinley does have a brilliant foot on the man. The odds are high if he does manage or does decide to go on goal. But going into this match, if you are joining us live, do let us know which team you are supporting. There is the whistle. There is the run-up. Shot a little bit too high. No advantage on that free kick, and it will be an easy goal kick for NAMLHA. Bella. Costly slip-ups from the centre-backs. There is Somdoji, beats the goalkeeper! Too heavy on that touch with that left. Lost coordination, lost the ball. Had beat jumping it up. SamdruPJONKHAR ever so slowly creeping their way towards NAMLHA's goal. NAMLHA's goal post and the openings. Frantic possession on the wing. There is Kinzangyelpo, the number 9. A brilliant player on that flank. does have the composure and the calmness to wait for his team to build out attacks. We have seen brilliant chemistry from NAMLHA. We are seeing it again. There is another brilliant performer from the Whites. Ishiwanchu, number 11, had that hat-trick in the first match for NAMLHA. Went band for band with Nyakam in his goal-scoring spree. After that a few blitzes in the early minutes, Samujunker definitely taking it slow, but there is brilliant footwork there from the number 7. Open man, Jordan in the middle, outside at the edge of the box. Ball still kept alive. There will be that left foot shot. Easy save there for Jampil. Apologies. Bella. Back to Jampil. Jimmy Tenzin. Intercepted. But it will be a throw-in. Bella. There's plenty of space for NAMLHA down on that left flank, and it is Ishiwanchu. Is brilliant on the one-on-one, exceptional at baiting challenges. Did get a lot of opportunities for NAMLHA. Throughout their run, Kencho Top Gear wanted a better pass on that from Oguntochi. The players definitely know about the stakes that are on this match. Again, if there are new viewers joining in right now, let me give you a quick rundown of what the qualifier table is looking like. SAMDRUPJONKHAR and Thimphu FC are currently on top with 10 points, but due to goal difference, Thimphu FC are currently first place. SAMDRUPJONKHAR second. NAMLHA FC right behind with 9 points. So if today's match ends up a draw, both teams will go up 1 point each, and SAMDRUPJONKHAR will end up securing their spot in the Premier League. NAMLHA will need a victory no matter what in order to get the 3 points. If they win, they will guarantee their spot in the top 2 and their spot in the Premier League. But we still don't know whether the 2 teams facing off today will go through as first place. This is their last match, but we still have a face-off between Thimphu FC and the under-17s still remaining. It is looking highly likely that Thimphu FC will win against the under-17s, but given the draw that the under-17s managed to pull off against the under-19 side, it is still looking shaky for the Thimphu side. If Thimphu wins against the under-17, they will go through as first place. But if they somehow draw or if they somehow lose, the question is still on the table. So both teams facing off today will need to brawl with their fullest might and make sure that they don't end up in a draw and run away with the 3 points, because first place is still anybody's game at this point. There is the goalkeeper for Samujunker, brilliant from the man. He used to play for RTC, I believe. And so far his talents have been serving Samujunker very, very well. Quite stretch after that first shaky couple of minutes from NAMLHA FC. 2 costly mistakes, one by the way of their number 10 Jimmy Tenzin, one by the way of the other centre-back, Bella. But Samujunker was taken aback by surprise. Brilliant pace on that ball. A bit too far even for Nyakam. Samujunker, despite not being in anyone's top 2 favorites going into the qualifiers, did establish themselves as the team to watch out for. They had a phenomenal game against the Thimphu FC side. Could have pulled the victory off, but unfortunate for them, they did concede that penalty after a reckless challenge, which brought them level at 2-2. So Samujunker is not a team to be ruled out. NAMLHA FC will need to do their best. They are fielding most of their starting. Only John Flynn on the bench, but the foreigner, the American, has not been that effective for the NAMLHA side. Without him, the team has actually been performing better. A difficult adjustment for the American. He does share a role similar. His role does overlap with that of Jimmy Tenzin. Kind of that tall player and the back with the vision. But his execution simply has not met the mark, as there is a shot flying off from Somdoji. Ever since he decided to dye his hair, his performances have simply risen up to a next level altogether. Man of the match in that earlier match. And a plethora of exceptional goal scoring up front for Samujunker from their number 7. Was a crucial part of that 5-4 win against Funseling early on, and has ridden his momentum. Question does remain as to how long his performance will keep up, but so far he is looking like he is back to form, and looks like he is here to stay. No lack of talent from the regional teams. Funseling, despite their early losses, had promising players. It is interesting to know that they are, especially the players from Funseling, were mostly futsal players, futsal regulars, local legends, and it has been interesting to see their futsal style convert over to the Levener side. But their efforts did come a little bit too late. It has instead been SAMDRUPJONKHAR, the pure underdogs. And so far it has been a level match against NAMLHA FC. No proper advantage for the brilliant NAMLHA forwards to take advantage of. A brilliant defending there. There is one of their key players, Kamapunso, alongside Pimal Hindup. The 66 and 6 had the 3 goals in SAMDRUPJONKHAR's first match, where their forwards were quite lacking in performance. But those heroics did manage to give SAMDRUPJONKHAR and their teammates the breather they needed to come back, as we have the first corner coming this side of the whites. NAMLHA FC. Ball placed inside the box, plenty of manpower, not quite enough to get the header under. Jimmy Killen does manage to clear it off. It will be an advantage again. In the deep position, ball placed low this time, open man, headed away. Close call there, ball slapped away by Doji Gelson. The header sent off an own goal, almost an own attempt. Brilliant effort on that jump to clear it off. Sering Gelson. Close calls as there is another header played. This time it is safely recovered by Ugentinle. Stolen away by Kinsan Gelpo, however, ball played out to the wing. Kept alive. Challenges flying in, and it is stolen. Ball is still alive. And it is SAMDRUPJONKHAR coming off with the advantage. Anyone's ball finally. Doji almost lost balance there. And it will be a throw-in for NAMLHA. Strategically, it would be the best if Samujunker can play defensively and resort to a draw. But as we have seen from all the teams in the qualifiers so far, none of them seem to want to play defensively. All of them are committing towards their attacks. Despite the leads they have, they all have been committing towards the attack. There is Jordan on that left because no option. Jimmy Tenzin does manage to catch up. His foot extended. Big man. Long feet. Easy interception there as there is a quick counter. The goalkeeper is Doji Gelsen. Beautiful run there from Mishiwanchu. But it seems like an offside flag was raised. Close calls coming from the side of both teams. Does look like he was offside on that. Brilliant run. Milliseconds away. Both teams seems like their engine is still cold. They are getting a lot of opportunities this early on, but those opportunities are coming as a surprise to the players themselves. Well, I do not know much about football, but coming from my background in basketball, we are taught that the golden rule is always expect the pass. Or that always assume that the pass is coming to you. Because you never know when your teammate might see you open. In this game so far, the players completely taken aback by the passes they are getting. By the balls that are coming their way for opportunities and shots. They are simply lacking the awareness to take advantage of them. Also, one other reason Samujunker is not committing to playing only pure defense might be because first place is still open for grabs. If Samujunker can manage a deficit high enough in their goals, brilliant bit of skill there from the Bhutanese Honda. A bit too off on that pass. Space does open up for the captain, Kinsan Gyalpo there to intercept. Again, as I was saying, it is still anyone's ball, anyone's position for the top spot. So if Samujunker managed to pull off a win today with enough of a goal difference, they might just steal the first place away from NAMLHA FC, who are currently at the top. But as to whether that spot might end up costing the promotion itself, we are yet to be answered. Solid fight, a solid proper brawl between the two teams today. There is Pikash Mongar. Brilliant lob there. A bit too high for Nyakam to get on the end of it, but it is still kept alive. The captain. Left foot, not enough power. There is the Bhutanese Honda against some dodgy. Brilliant player. I only hope that his newfound fame has not gotten to him. Some players do end up letting it get to their head, and if it affects their confidence and their performance. So hopefully we see him play to his level best that we know that he can. Pematong. Beautiful on that cross, Pikash. And able to beat Jimmy Tenzin and his length. It is cleared away, but it is a throw-in for Samujunker. Nearing the 20-minute mark, it is shot from distance. Not quite enough power. But beautiful ambition nonetheless. Costly slip up there. Shot played. Bikash. Ishiwanchu. Nyakam. In that earlier match against Thimphu FC, SamdruPJONKHAR did play at a very high level with very high pace right from the get-go, but it did end up costing them a lot of energy. Then number 7 up front, Somdoji, did have to be substituted due to a cramp, I believe. So hopefully Samujunker have learned their lesson and have made a game plan on how to pace themselves for the full 90 minutes. Because even losing one player from their starting lineup is affecting their chance quite a lot. And there is an open space. Pema Tsawang goes off. Next level hustle from the regional team today. So many interceptions, so many steals. That pressure is forcing NAMLHA FC to crumble bit by bit. NAMLHA. Solid run from their side. They are unbeaten so far, except for that entire issue against Thimphu FC, in which they were penalized for fielding an unregistered player at number 12. But despite that setback, they are still in the top 3 and simply a win away from securing promotion through to the Bhutan Premier League. But today they are getting outclassed by SAMDRUPJONKHAR. This is a turn of events, which was highly unlikely, but we are seeing it develop play by play here. SAMDRUPJONKHAR, so much pressure towards the defenders, the backline completely collapsing. SAMDRUPJONKHAR exploring every chink in NAMLHA's armor. Jimmy Tenzin. He does have an accurate long ball. Yet to see him play a solid one against that brilliant press from the side of SAMDRUPJONKHAR. Space on the wing. It is Ishiwanchu forced to play back, and Somdoji almost at the end of it. Bella inaccurate on that pass, but it is sent back. Throw in for NAMLHA. Brilliant shot passes. Ugintoji sends it off, deflected, and it will be a throw in for NAMLHA. Damchwandi back to Bella. Big man sends it off for a long ball. Does not quite make it easy for Kinzan Gerbo. And it will be a throw in for SAMDRUPJONKHAR. Long ball played. Jimmy Tenzin does clear it off. As we near the half an hour mark, so far the scoreline is scoreless, 0-0. But both teams haven't had shortage of attempts. We did have a strong exchange of blows back and forth in the first 15 minutes, but that has since died out. Both teams having difficulties building up their passes. They're just simply not quite reaching where they're supposed to. Brilliant toe poke there, Somdoji on that one-on-one. It makes a shot! Jumping it up, fully extended. No angle for the number 7 to send that ball into the post. Brilliant touch there by Jordan. Because Monger, brilliant vision to send it through. Close call from the Bhutanese Honda. His second shot, his second opportunity. But it should now be plenty for him to heat up. We do know that he has the qualities of a proper striker in him up front. And now that he has had plenty of opportunities wasted to warm up, let us look forward to more heroics from that man. Doji, a crucial piece of the possession game from NAMLHA. He is very calm, very composed, and makes sure that his passes are not wasted. Dutch Gelson sent it out long, did have that close call earlier. Number 27, Sring Gelson was attempting to clear it off with a header. Ended up sending it back towards his own posts. Fortunate for him, Dutch Gelson did manage to extend his entire arm and slap the ball away off that crossbar. Nyakam. Through ball sent out to Yeshwanchu. Brilliant partnership from the two strikers for NAMLHA throughout their campaign. Not quite enough connection on the finishing stretch. A high stakes match so far, both teams looking a bit shaky in the first half. The pressure is getting to them. Gebel. Through ball intercepted. Did see his teammates making that run up front. It is stolen away and Jimmy Killer sends it up forward. Somdoji again seems to be on side. It is jumping it up. Costly slip up there. Shot directly played from distance. A bit too hard. Brilliant pace on that ball. Kinzangerpo has plenty of time to get to it. Has that one-on-one against Tenzin. Shot played inside. Header does not go towards the post and it is cleared off. Brilliant ball played out. Nyakam at the end of it. Number 7 plays it inside, headed away. Clash with the goalkeeper. Brilliant on that clearance. Sends it out far. Windoji. Brilliant pressure from Bikash to deny that pass down the line. It is sent back to Bella. Yeah, come. Was onside. Brilliant backspin on that ball to keep it on. Unfortunate for NAMLHA, it was signaled an offside. Also, if you follow Bhutan Football's Facebook page, today they did have a meeting with all the clubs and their representatives for the upcoming season. It seems like there will be a couple of interesting announcements coming forward. So do follow us on Facebook for all updates with regards to the upcoming season and the qualifiers. Ball intercepted again. Bikash perfectly positioned to intercept that pass from Bella. Challenge. Referee calls it clean. A miss. Solid defending so far from Samujunker. This is one of the few mistakes they've made against NAMLHA's defending. They definitely look much better. Did have a couple of close calls which we can't ignore. Almost conceded an own goal early on within the first 15 minutes. But despite that, their pressure definitely working. Nyakam, brilliant control. Finds the space. Quite short on that pass in midfield. It is, however, recovered. Ugendoji at the end of it. Kinzangyerpo on the right. Ball played inside. Easy interception there. Headed short. Takes it himself. Swing Kelton to McKinley. Brilliant pressure there from Kinzangyerpo. Both teams working their level best. They know what is at stake today. As there is that run again. Pimatewang. Cross played inside. Back post. Bikash too short. Still have the ball. Shot played inside. Hesitation. Couldn't decide between a shot and a cross. It went somewhere in between. Wasted opportunity for SAMDRUPJONKHAR. But the mind game has been played. NAMLHA FC is on the back foot. Stolen away by SAMDRUPJONKHAR. After that string of possessions from NAMLHA FC, seems like SAMDRUPJONKHAR is finally back on their feet again. Brilliant long ball played out. It is Ishiwanchu. Not quite enough pace, however, to get the ball again, and it will be a goal kick. The situation developing in favor of SAMDRUPJONKHAR. Pimatewang open again on that right flank. One-on-one against Bella. Not quite enough. It is Somdoji. Ugendoji against him. I do believe it looked like a clean leg sweep on the number 7 there, but it has been awarded as a throw-in for Samujunker. Somdoji back to Pimatewang. Throw-in again. Samujunker edged their way closer and closer towards the goalpost. They do not like their options, and Jimmy McKinley decides to switch things up instead to that left flank. Cross played to no one with the outside of that foot. Again, a costly loss of possession on that left flank. Samujunker, dominant possession from their part. Not letting NAMLHA breathe. Every pass played by the defender and the goalkeeper has been intercepted. Brilliant on that through ball by the number 7. Pimatewang is on the run. Cross played inside directly to the post. Easy save as again another attack fizzles out for SAMDRUPJONKHAR. Ugendoji back to Bella. The Giants at the back definitely under a lot of stress from the constant waves of pressure coming from the SAMDRUPJONKHAR forwards. Again intercepted. Second ball does go towards Ishiwanchu, but it is SAMDRUPJONKHAR who ends up sending it out for a throw-in. Their zonal positioning have been absolutely amazing in this game. No clean passes let through as they again Ishiwanchu knocked down. There was that challenge from Pimatendo. Is let off with a simple warning. Kinarabge, a crucial part in the NAMLHA FC lineup from the man. Brilliant in possession, always there at the end of connections. Ball played, back post! Close call there. Ishiwanchu had the brilliant timing on that. The pass just a bit too forward. There was that cross again. Brilliant goal. Caught the goalkeeper off guard with the elevation on that ball. NAMLHA FC solid on the back foot. But it does look like the few possessions they are getting will be enough to find a goal of their own. We do know that they have the capable manpower. It is Nyakam up on the run. Is against Doji Carlson, who knees it away. Ishiwanchu. Pass played out right. Pass intercepted. And there is the clearance. Anyone's ball is recovered by Samujunker. Safe possession. It is Pikash. NAMLHA finally with space to breathe in the opponent's half, as there is that brilliant run again. Plenty of options to cross in. Cross played inside and intercepted. Clean challenge from SAMDRUPJONKHAR. One of the closest possessions they've had. If he simply got a foot on that ball, had the possessioning to direct it towards the net. Still anyone's ball. Some dodgy, brilliant control. Might have been a bit too hard on that pass. Pematong definitely has plenty of pace, but he is not flash. There, Jimmy Tenzin. I assume he's one of the tallest players in the qualifiers right now. Amazing use of his height in the back line for NAMLHA. Both of them well above 180 centimeters. 180 centimeters, I believe. Bella juked both of the defenders out. Brilliant delivery to Kencho. But not quite enough on that control from Nyakam. Stolen. Kinarabke. Left all alone on that left flank. Decides to send it in with the left, but it is offside from the captain. Costly slip there on that header by Jimmy Tenzin. The centre backs definitely facing issues in the first half, as we are left with less than 10 minutes until the end of the first half. If today's match does end up in a draw, SAMDRUPJONKHAR go through and the dream ends for NAMLHA FC. Currently, they are at 9 points, right behind Thimphu and Samujunker's 10. So if today ends in a draw, NAMLHA will simply catch up to Thimphu, but due to the goal difference, Thimphu FC will end up going through. As the score stands right now, Thimphu does have a match remaining against the under-17 side, the result of which too early to tell despite under-17s being winless. They are in form, especially after the 2-2 draw against the under-19s, which are the best team, the only Premier League team which destroyed the entire qualifier rounds with their participation. So it seems like it is still quite interesting, as there is quite a harsh challenge. And the first yellow card at the match towards Karma Punso. Hishiwanshu did manage to get to the first. Did manage to get to the ball first. A drop kick straight from WWE played towards his ankles. Hopefully he is okay. We have seen no shortage of harsh challenges and injuries in the qualifiers. And now that they are so close to promotion, it would be unfortunate to see their star players dropping out. Let up, okay? Plenty of white jerseys inside the box, played quite flat, headed away, and it will be a throw-in. Solid defending. So many interceptions from the SAMDRUPJONKHAR backline this game. I don't know what the coach must have fed them, but it is definitely working. Bella. Fortunate for him. Clean challenge there. There was that length from Bella to send the ball off, but clean challenge there by String Norbu. Perfect timing on that challenge. As the clock ticks, NAMLHA definitely facing the heavier burden. If the scoreline remains as is, Samujunker guarantee promotion. But if they want to end this qualifiers in the top spot, they will want a win. As one of the two regional teams in the qualifiers, it is nice to see representation, especially from a far-off region in the east. For the growth of Bhutanese football, it will be beneficial to take Bhutan's highest level of football far out to the east. Norbu. Throw in, played back. A bit too short on that easy interception by Bella. Sent long, Nyakam. Brilliant pace on his run. This time manages to keep it alive. Does not have options for him to pass through. Does manage to get his first to slip. Cross, now played back post. Doji Kelson with the timing. Three minutes remain until the whistle to signal half-time. With every second passing by, the burden, especially on NAMLHA, will be increasing bit by bit. The connection up front looking shaky so far for NAMLHA. We have seen no shortage of goals from the Whites. But today, something seems off for NAMLHA. Especially their midfield, the connection from the back line to the forwards is missing. And Samujunker taking full advantage of that gap. Still anyone's game. One goal might be all it takes for NAMLHA to get their 3 points and their name on the top of the leaderboard. Space for Samujunker, cross played in with the outside, some dodgy! Not quite enough power on that header. But then again, we are seeing the exceptional possession. Apologies, exceptional positioning from the number 7. His pace is not exceptional compared to the rest of the qualifier teams. He has simply earned his goals from being in the right position at the right time. NAMLHA. Brilliant look on that through ball, but easily intercepted. Samujunker, so many bodies in the way of that pass. NAMLHA do manage to get that ball, however. A bit of a late challenge there. Easy whistle there for the referee. Tension building here in Changlimitang. A promotion to the Premier League means that these players can follow the love of the game, as there is Kinchatopke. Open net, can he have that left foot? Challenge in time! Brilliant, brilliant defending by Karma Punso. Nyakam, unfortunate, had Doji Gelson beat. Brilliant pass there to set up that run. Held on to the ball for far too long, could not quite get the balance under control, and it seems like Nyakam is down. 1 more minute added until the end of the first half. The scene looking grim as there is their star down. It is, however, a corner. NAMLHA might very well be their last chance. Ball played way too high, back post. Anyone's ball cleared away by Samdrujonkar. It is Ugundoji on the receiving end of it. Less than 10 seconds remain as possession is still alive for NAMLHA. Left foot! Unfortunate on that volley as the whistle has been blown. No shortage of heroics here in Changlimitang. Both teams plenty of opportunities to strike in front of goal. But the defense from Samdrujonkar way too overwhelming today for NAMLHA FC, and it is making all the difference in the world. If things stand as it does right now, 0-0 between NAMLHA and Samdrujonkar. Samdrujonkar secure their spot in the BOB Bhutan Premier League with 11 points. NAMLHA FC will need a win from today. It will be an interesting opportunity for the coaches of both teams to make something happen as we now head into the halftime break. Ladies and gentlemen, do let us know which team you think will make it through from today's game. And if you have any predictions from the upcoming Under 17 versus Thimphu FC match, which could end up causing chaos if the Under 17s play well beyond their limit. Until then, see you again in the second half. Ladies and gentlemen, this was your commentator, Uginta Stochi, signing off. Ladies and gentlemen, Kuzangpo, and welcome back to yet again a thrilling first half so far to decide which team goes through to the BOB Bhutan Premier League. Both teams, plenty of opportunities, but no shortage of heroics on the defensive end as well. Solid defending so far from the side of Samujunker, denying every close attempt NAMLHA FC have gotten. Kinzangabo, plenty of pace, plenty of time to get to that ball. Too much hands flying towards the defender. Easy whistle there for the referee. Brilliant to get the nutmeg through, but then too much hands from the number 9. Also to give our viewers an update on the qualifier table if you are tuning in now. Samujunker are currently at 10 points, NAMLHA at 9. Which means if this game ends up in a draw, it will be Samujunker who will be promoted to the Premier League. However, if they win, well, they simply go through to the Premier League with much better points in their qualifier. However, for NAMLHA FC, the story is the opposite. They will not have a chance to relax if this match nears the final minutes in the draw. They will have to win in order to surpass Samujunker and put themselves in a spot secured for the top 2, as there is that cross-played in header sent off from Bella. Right now it is anyone's spot at the top. It is Timpo FC right now with a better goal difference sitting above Samujunker at the number 1 spot. But their upcoming match against the under-17s decide everything. The under-17s, despite their shaky loss streak in the beginning, in their last match, they did have that 2-2 draw against the under-19 side, which are already a Premier League team. So with the under-17s in form, it will be a tough fight for Timpo FC. In that match, if Timpo end up losing, well, they will be promoted, but they lose their second place spot. Brilliant through ball, brilliant run from Ishiwanchu. Ball still alive, sent back, intercepted. Again, as I was saying, if Timpo FC want to go through to the league at the top of the qualifier table, they will need a victory. So the first place is still up for grabs for any team in the top 3 right now. NAMLHA definitely looking like a different team in the second half. Brilliant left foot on that through ball. There was that needle from the number 9, but too much on that shirt. The captain. Seems like an issue with his ankle. Hopefully it is something minor. And there is a substitution coming in. Nyakam is being substituted. And there we have Poptoji taking the place of the number 7. Nyakam did go down early on in a close call for NAMLHA FC. Seems like that is bothering the number 7. Ball played out. Somtoji not quite enough at the end of it. Pandemonium in the field. Ball being sent long from both sides. It is Ishiwanchu finally making a beautiful play out of it. He has a very explosive first step. When he cuts, it leaves his defenders no chance to catch up. NAMLHA FC have scored multiple times out of his plays in the wing. So far, they haven't found that much success. But it is something they will look to go back to again and again in this match. Also, it seems like the defenders from NAMLHA finally have gathered themselves together. Opportunity for a run there. Kilnerubke. Still Kilnerubke. There is that challenge. Dragged down by Karmapunso. Kilnerubke is down. There was that again. Karmapunso not in a space. There was not a challenge. Very light contact from Karmapunso. Does not look like he played a part in the fall of Kilnerubke. There was that challenge again, a clearer view this time. Well, brilliant decision from the referee. No foul awarded there. And it will be a kick. Pimatong. Plenty of space to work with. His defender is down. Ball chipped high. And it is Bella at the end of it. Intercepted again. This time Ugendoji clears it off perfectly to space. Respectable effort there nonetheless from Kilnerubke. Almost earned a penalty for his efforts, but brilliant vision from the referee. All alone, up front, it is Pupdoji. One-on-one against Sringelson. Sringelson intercepted that bailout, but however, this time it will be Shiwanchu. The captain. Too much on that ball. Close goal there for Samujunker. The momentum in this half looking much more different than the first. Again, while we are right now in a quiet stretch, I would like to put out a humble request. Please do subscribe to the Bhutan Football Federation YouTube channel and do follow us on Facebook for updates with regards to the qualifiers and the upcoming league. Unfortunate slip there on the wing. Audible disappointment from the crowd. NAMLHA do manage to keep the ball alive. Kilnerubke, brilliant chip on that. It is the captain with that left foot. And there is the opening. A complete turnaround in the second half. 8 minutes in. It is the captain, something Norbu. NAMLHA just had their odds of making it through to the Premier League. Shoot up with that left foot from the captain. Brilliant run there. Gave no room for Sringelson. But right now a yellow card has been awarded on the field to one of the NAMLHA FC players. Couldn't quite catch the reason, but well, the storyline writes itself. NAMLHA FC 1, SAMDRUPJONKHAR 0. Well, it seems like the yellow card was awarded to the substitution Pupdoji. Turns out the yellow card was awarded for entering the field without shin guards. Unfortunate incident there. Probably one of the earliest red cards. Definitely the record for the earliest red cards after appearing inside the ground. And it will now be a corner for NAMLHA. Samujunker definitely lacking in that final effort as the corner is played. Perfect ball for a header. It goes the side of Samujunker. Still alive at the edge of the box. It is the captain again. He should want you there for the tap in, but he was offside. Samujunker on a magical Cinderella run. Kinsan Kepo had no one challenging him, but did let out a flurry of skills. Well, it is at least good to know that he is comfortable. And that comfort should give NAMLHA all the confidence they need. There is the big man slowly shifting up front. The referee. Killer upkick. NAMLHA getting quite cheeky, playing the ball a bit forward. The referee not liking it at all. As again, opportunity. The big man is on the wing. Does get the short pass. Empty. It is played high, headed away. Not quite enough power there. Beautiful opportunity there from Bella. But it stayed in the air for far too long. Gave plenty of time for the defender to react. This is definitely turning out to be one of the better matches despite the lack of scoring. Given the stakes that are on this match here today. Intercepted. Couldn't quite keep it under control. It is Bikash. His touch intercepted again. NAMLHA FC. Whatever the coach said to them, it is working for them right now. Looking much more alive, Samujunker. The halftime shattering the momentum. They had plenty of opportunities to make something happen in the first half. But their systems are down right now. The ball isn't getting forward as much. NAMLHA, plenty of runners. It is Pupdoji this time up front, sends it in under the goalkeeper. NAMLHA with their second. Samujunker is now on the brink of elimination. A complete turnaround. Brilliant placement on that ball. Sends it under the keeper. Nets Pupdoji his first. Nets NAMLHA their second. With these two goals coming back to back, it will be a complete difference in energy. Bikash does manage to get the ball. It is only Bella to beat Somdoji all alone at the edge of the box. Offside flag was raised. Close call there for Samujunker. Their number 7 simply a bit too off his position. So far he has been exceptional in his positioning. But the one time he is off, Somdoji again, left foot goes off to Bikash, has the left foot, and there is one! Jordan Bikash Munger with SamdruPJONKHAR's first, and we are in for a brawl. A reply within minutes, and there is SamdruPJONKHAR's first substitution. Their number 9 Bipul coming in for Gintinle. We've seen it from him once, we've seen it from him twice. No shortage of goals from the number 10. Definitely one of the best players in the qualifier. Miss pass there. Captain unfortunate. Loses it to Killerabke. Nutmeg on that pass. Send off long. It is Doji Gelson at its end. We went into this half 0-0. Hasn't even been 20 minutes and we are 3 goals in now. Somdoji, not quite enough pace to beat Bella. Possession now for NAMLHA. Despite the 2 back-to-back goals, their lead no longer safe. Samujunker finally finding the missing piece in their final third. Bikash with the heroics. Crucial defending from Karmapunso so far. Was the man that denied Nyakam the open goal early in the late minutes of the first half. Things are definitely heating up here in Changlimitang despite the chilly wind. A very audible crowd today as well. But given the tension these players are in, I'm sure they are not hearing a single word of it. Jimmy Tenzin tries to thread it through the defender, does not work. It is Killerabke who is forced to send it back to Ugendoji. High pressure there coming from Bikash. NAMLHA under intense pressure. Bailed out to Bella, intercepted again. Bipul Pradhan. Amazing work rate. It has been the forwards of SAMDRUPJONKHAR who have done a much better job of putting the pressure out. Foul throw from NAMLHA. It will be an opportunity inside the opponent's half. The Bhutanese Honda. Some dodgy. Shoved off by Jimmy Tenzin. No chance against the big man. The Warriors on the field. With the stakes that are on this match, they are delivering. Despite the high expectations from today's match, they are not coming short at all. Brilliant effort from both teams. It is an offside for NAMLHA. Less than half an hour to go for the second half. At this point, it's hard to tell which team will run away with the game and with the promotion to the Premier League. It is stolen by the captain, Jimmy Kille. Fantastic pass played out to Somdoji. Might have been a bit too short on that, and it is Bella. Brilliant 2 games from the number 7 in SAMDRUPJONKHAR's last 2 outings. Today he does seem to be quite a bit off of his full potential. Brilliant move there by Bikash. Somdoji did not expect that pass again. Jimmy Tenzin. The big man again, no chance there for our people to put his foot across the big man. Brilliant defending from Jimmy Tenzin, finally back in form. Did have a costly slip up in the first couple of minutes in today's match. Almost cost him a goal. Although NAMLHA is winning right now, all Samujunker needs from today is a draw to secure their spot in the Premier League. Unlike the other matches where you needed to equalize and get back with a winning goal, they do not have that burden today. One goal, all they need, and they need to hold NAMLHA FC to the scoreline they have right now. It will be all they need to be one of the top 2 teams going into to go to the Premier League. NAMLHA, on the other hand, need the victory, the full 3 points, and then they will shoot up to 12, earning them their spot in the Premier League. Somdoji knocked from behind. Samtnorbu a bit too hard off that challenge. A bit too far from the post to consider a shot. Because fantastic placement right on the post. Brilliant save there by Jampal Ngirup. Well, I stand corrected. Because plenty of power in his foot. Brilliant trajectory. Saved by the goalkeeper. It is still a corner. Played short. Still inside the box. Played high. Bikash not quite there. Bella heads it away. Has that shot. Right towards the goalkeeper. Bipul, first attempt. Not bad from the substitution. Not quite enough to get it under control, and it is Samujunker's ball. Bipul played it back. Might have been a bit too heavy. It will be. There's Gelson. Punso. Space on the right flank. Brilliant vision to capture it. It is Pimatewang. Casual jog. Still unbeaten. Hishiwanchu doing his level best, but possession still kept alive. Finally poked away. Dangerous, dangerous winds here in Janglemetang, rattling the roofs here. Players down in the field might have to rethink their long passes. A bit too much air, and it will be taken away by the wind. It is Kinzangelpo, stolen away, and Jimmy Tenzin, fantastic effort to make that run by the big man, not quite enough. The players heating up. So are the crowd. Both teams with the opportunity to go through to the league. There is so much at stake here for those players who are not quite fully committed to football. It might very well be an opportunity for a career change. And the opportunity to get noticed on the grandest stage in Bhutan. The captain plays it back. Plenty of time left. More than 20 minutes remaining. Anyone's ball. Nobu recovers. And it goes out. Throw in for SAMDRUPJONKHAR. After that burst of goals in the first minutes of the second half, We have died down, but Samujunker unrelenting, waves upon waves of attacks. Also, Nyakam did play in the first half, but he was bothered by an injury he picked up. Had an opportunity on goal, but he did go down, and it seems like he was substituted in the second. As there is again a run opening up for QUALIFIERS on that right side. Brilliant defending again for Karma Punso. Time and time again has he come to SAMDRUPJONKKHAR's rescue. He was the one again early on to deny the open roll-in from Nyakam. Challenge came in, perfect timing to deny that goal. Kept the first half scoreless. This time again stop that ball as it is a corner placed back post. No one there. Possession still alive for NAMLHA. Brilliant one touch from the captain. Left-footed cross goes in. Doj Gelson legs it away. Safe from danger. It is Jimmy Tenzin. QUALIFIERS will get the opportunity to try again. Low ball at the edge of the box. Shot too hard. Again, to our viewers who tuned in the last couple of minutes, this is a very high stakes match. If NAMLHA manages to win today and get the 3 points, they guarantee their spot in the Premier League. However, if today ends up in a draw, which seems highly likely, then both teams move up 1 point each, taking SAMDRUPJONKKHAR to 11 and NAMLHA to 10. Which means that SAMDRUPJONKKHAR secure their spot, and so do Thimphu FC, as they currently have the goal difference advantage and the head-to-head advantage against NAMLHA. Ambitious attempt there from distance. SAMUJUNKER seeing a definite lack of presence from their number 7 in this match today. It did pick up steam in the last 2 matches. Today he does seem a little bit off, but he has had multiple close attempts as the ball is played outside the box. Has the opportunity to send it out. Challenge comes in clean. Brilliant effort there on that challenge. We've seen no shortage of penalties in the qualifier so far, but the referee this time, brilliant vision from his part. Bipul, brilliant possession against Jimmy Tenzin, but unfortunate connection there. Pass doesn't quite get there to Somtochi. Hail Mary played out long. Almost intercepted, but he does have the runner outright. Does manage to send it out to the middle, cleared away with that left foot, and it will be a throw-in for NAMLHA FC. Harsh wind here in Changlimitang. But despite that, I would like to take my time to thank all the crowd who has gathered here in this big stakes match today. Brilliant curl on that ball. Not quite enough power, and it is intercepted. There is the sub for NAMLHA. Number 16, Puptoji, came in for Nyakam in the second half. Bella decides to go hero. Knocks one down, knocks another down. As again, the lack of connection from midfield to forward for SAMDRUPJONKKHAR. But we have to understand that SAMDRUPJONKKHAR does have quite a lacking depth as compared to NAMLHA. So if they do substitute number 7 out, they will lose that opportunity. Although number 7, Somtoji, is having a shaky stretch. He is capable of coming back into this match with a goal of his own at any point in this match. That is not a question they can answer solidly and confidently about with their bench. As that ball again played, scissor kicked away by Bella, and Jimmy Tenzin at the end of it. Jimmy Tenzin, long ball middle. Ishwanshu. Again, all Samujunker needs is a draw, so they do not have the pressure of needing to score 2 goals. 1 goal will be all it takes for them to qualify through to the Premier League. But after the awakening of NAMLHA FC in the second half, I don't know what the coaching staff did to their players, but it is definitely working. The players are playing ruthless. Samujunker having a much difficult time getting through. Unlike the first, where they were dominant in possession. There was the challenge again from Ogundoji on number 10. Because if Samujunker are to come back in this match, it will be Bikash Munger. He does have the power. Will attempt to go for goal. Plenty of power, just a tad too high. A yellow card towards the goalkeeper from the referee this time. Waited way too long to send it out. The referee not liking that at all. Plenty of yellow cards thrown today. And not on harsh challenges. One of them earlier was on the number 16 for missing shin guards. And this time on the goalkeeper for wasting time. Something Nurbu middle. Not quite enough on that touch to control that possession. There is finally a touch from the number 7. Aggressive pace coming from Samujunker, but it might end up costing them instead. Not quite enough. That missed pass from Kinzangepo saving Samujunker from that fast break. Kinzangepo, brilliant touch this time. Possession still alive. I do believe they are onside. Not quite. Offside flag raised against the left wing. Kinzangepo. This time not offside. Ball sent through. It is Puptoji. Has that one-on-one. Has the challenge come in from behind. Clean tackle there from Tringelson. Samdrupjonkkar again saved by the defenders. Because all alone, plenty of space, ball played inside. Plenty of grip there from the goalkeeper to deny Samdrupjonkkar their first open look in ages. It is Bella at the end of it will decide to play it long. No rest for the players immediately on the counter attack. It is Ishwanshu. Brilliant through ball play towards Puptoji. Offside flag saves Samdrupjonkkar again. NAMLHA FC getting restless as the clock ticks on. Obvious offside this time. Committed to that run way too early. The referee heading towards the sidelines. Seems like there was some unnecessary communication coming from the bench. And a yellow card thrown again towards NAMLHA FC. 3 yellow cards so far for their team. Header goes towards their own post. The second time we've seen something like this happen again. But this time for NAMLHA. Also with regards to the number 7 from Samujunker, I don't believe he is a player that plays purely based on speed. So far all his goals have come from inside the box. As long as the ball manages to get to him inside, anywhere near the goalposts, he manages to get himself set up for the tap-in. However, Samujunker is lacking that connection to send that ball towards the area as the left foot goes off from the number 10. 10 minutes remaining until the end of this game. The match nowhere near getting stale. Samujunker, all they need is a draw to go through to the Premier League. So much at stake. Header. Challenge comes in from behind. Bikash knocked off balance by Ugendoji. Samujunker did come into the qualifiers as no one's favorite other than their own. But they played against the under-17 and won. They played against the Ravens and won. They won again and again, a miraculous Cinderella run, but will it finally be dragged down today? An opportunity for Samujunker to post up deep inside NAMLHA's half. Ball played long inside the post. It goes directly towards the goalkeeper. Bit too hard. But close call nonetheless. Brilliant effort there. Ball goes slow. It is intercepted by Samujunker. Not quite enough pace there. Misjudgment from the part of Pematsewang. And possession handed over to NAMLHA. There is Tringelton at the end of it again. Relentless exchange of back and forth between both teams. As this time the ball curls inside. Clean challenge. Masterclass in defending by Samujunker today. NAMLHA FC. Dominant momentum coming off the halftime break. It seems like it has died down quite a bit. Samujunker slowly inching their way back into this match. Strong wins here in Changlimitang. We have also begun to experience a piercing bit of rain. There is that pass played perfectly this time around. Bikash hesitated a bit, could have had the opportunity to take it himself. But they still managed to get away with the corner, and it is Pematsewang. A substitution does come in for NAMLHA. Kinzang Gelpo is being substituted from Sonam Gelpo. The man surrounding the controversy. The scorer of that goal against Thimphu FC. A yellow card again thrown towards Kinzang Gelpo this time. Took too long to get off, the referee says. There is the whistle. Ball played in low. Off to the sides. Inaccuracy played one part. The gusts building up in Changlimitang played another. Jimmy Tenzin plays it long. Samujunker's defense immaculately tight. Pimsong again. Pikash. Pimalindo. Long ball sent into the box. Nowhere near any of their players. Panic building up in Samdrujonkhar. So far they've been doing a brilliant job. You can see the rain on the screen right now. The rain almost parallel to the ground. Brilliant pace on the wing. It is. Doji, not quite enough on that pass. Jimmy Tenzin sends that shoulder off. Big pull. Ball deflected off his foot. It will be a corner for NAMLHA. Brilliant effort there from the big man. Bella will be stepping inside the box. Jimmy Tenzin is one of the tallest players. He is the tallest player in the field today. But he is playing short pass. As the ball placed perfectly inside the box, header goes off. Cleaned. Less than 5 minutes remaining. Anyone's game. Samujunker 1 goal away as long as they shut down another goal from NAMLHA. NAMLHA a bit too ambitious on their part on that pass, but they still do manage to get the throw in. It is played short. Ishiwanchu double teamed. He will not be able to retain possession. Kilnirabke does, however, manage to burst his way towards the ball, and it is the captain with the opportunity to initiate their orchestra. Played out right a bit too hard there for Pimsong. Did throw his body at the ball. Not quite enough. It is throw in. Opportunity. Track opening itself up for Ishiwanchu, but too much physicality on that. The referee approaching a yellow card has been given again towards NAMLHA. This time I believe towards Ishiwanchu. Samdrujonkhar. If they manage to get to the Premier League, it will be a beautiful story to have witnessed live here. They came here with no expectations. And win after win, they slowly earned the population's love and respect. NAMLHA. Ball played out long. Absolute race up front. Ball played inside. It is Ishiwanchu. Challenge clean from the defenders again so many times. The defenders perfect in their timing today on their challenges. In that last game against NAMLHA FC, Samujunker did concede an unfortunate penalty on an otherwise winning game to put things level at 2-2. There is Somdoji, right foot deflected. Possession still alive. But the goalkeeper does manage to get to it first. Bipul. As we await the signal for extra time, NAMLHA does play the long ball forward. And the throw-in awarded. We have seen no shortage of last-minute heroics from all teams in the qualifiers. NAMLHA, as long as they hold Samdrujonkhar back and play around with the possession, They will get the 3 points from today. They will get the win they need. And they will secure their place in the BOB Bhutan Premier League. But the same dreams fly the way of Samudrupjonkkhar. And it is plenty of time. 4 more minutes have been added. Bella sends it long. It will be Samudrupjonkkhar's possession. Ball played high. Anyone? At the end of it, it is, in the end, NAMLHA. Jimmy Tenzin sends off long. A race to the ball. Samujunker unbeaten in the back line again. Ball still alive. Cross played inside. Crucial save from Doji Kelson. Three minutes left. Bella heads it to the left. No Samudrupjonkkar presence on that wing. Finally, a press comes in from Pematong. It is the captain this time. Jukes is first. Releases on the second. Kidhar up gaya. NAMLHA FC is offside, but mostly on that left side. Jimmy Tenzin. Exceptional cleanup duty from the big man today. The same thing going, however, for number 66, Karma Punso. A missed pass, Ugindoji. The game heating up in the last couple of minutes. Offside flag. Easy call there for the official. Easy whistle there for the referee. Again, if any of our viewers joined in the last couple of minutes, these are the stakes. If the scoreline remains the same and NAMLHA wins, they go through to the Premier League. If Samudrupjonkkar come back with an equalizer, then Samudrupjonkkar guarantee their spot in the Premier League. So all we need right now is one goal from Samudrupjonkkar to change the storyline completely. Has Samudrupjonkkar creep their way ever so close to the opponent's half, to the opponent's goalpost. Jimmy Tenzin. Doji Kelson, way off the goalpost, will decide to send it long with that left foot. It is Samudrupjonkkar. Bikash, brilliant touch to keep that ball under control. Rolled a bit too hard and it is still alive. A racehorse towards the goal. A left footed cross sent in. It is intercepted and Doji Kelson. A heavy downpour building up here in Chang Limitang. Somdoji. Challenge comes in from Bella. His legs way too long not to get to that ball first, and it will be, I do believe, a throw-in for Samudrupjonkkar as we are left with 1 more minute. Throw-in played by Bipul. Challenge comes in from Jimmy Tenzin. Possession still kept alive. It is Samudrupjonkkar. Cross played inside the box. Can they get their manpower in? It is sent off. A throw-in again for Samudrupjonkkar. The crowd on their feet. A miracle in the last few seconds will change the storyline. It was awarded as a corner. Samudrupjonkkar will need to commit. If they score here, they make it through. Doji Kelson is inside the box as well. Crucial few seconds for Samudrupjonkkar. Crucial few seconds for NAMLHA as the corner is wasted. And ladies and gentlemen, that may very well be the end of Samudrupjonkkhar's dream. Bella sends it long. There is the whistle. And it is NAMLHA FC with the 3 points, securing their promotion to the Premier League. A hard-fought battle. Although Samudrupjonkkar lost the match, the wonderful Cinderella run definitely has earned our respect. And we end the match. NAMLHA FC 2, Samujunker 1. And as such, the updated standings will be as follows. NAMLHA FC 3 points up from 9 is currently at the top with 12 points. Samujunker now no longer in the top 2. But however, one question remains for this qualifiers. Despite NAMLHA FC currently being in the lead, well, if Thimphu FC have one match remaining tomorrow against the under-17s, and the results of that match will decide who goes through as the winners of the qualifiers. But now that NAMLHA's qualification has been secured, tomorrow's match will pretty much be the decision. So until then, this was your commentator, Hugintesh Doji. Quite a thrilling game today. Fully met our expectations. Despite the rain that is pouring out here. Thank you to all the crowd that shared their joys and woes here in Changlemitang. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, see you tomorrow for another high-stakes match between Thimphu FC and the under-17s. So again, until then, this was your commentator, Hugintesh Doji, signing off. See you guys tomorrow.